Hey, today we are back at it again for another Starfield glitch. This time it's completely brand new, again, and we are going to be able to duplicate all of our ships. The only thing that we need to do is, of course, locate a ship nearby. I discovered that there was this old lady, aka Grandma, so I was like, hey, I never visited this person before. She left some nice pants, some food. She seemed like a sweet lady. Even donated some money towards her and possibly her family. That is, if they were able to receive the money, because I actually ended up annihilating her completely. Now wait, I know what you're thinking. Why would you take out an old lady that was minding her own business? Well, to be honest, I need to complete this glitch, and I have to find a ship. Unfortunately, I found out that I cannot pilot her ship for whatever reason. And yeah, that's with max ranks, so I'm not too sure why I cannot pilot the ship. Maybe it's just because the way it's designed. I honestly have no clue. So I actually had to leave this spaceship and find another one. I actually ended up finding a bandit, so I took his ship instead. And by the way, it can be any ship. It honestly does not matter. I would suggest that you pick up a ship that is pretty easy to pick up, like a bandit or possibly some other person out there roaming around. Then once you do have a ship, all you need to do is then travel to a planet where there is a ship vendor nearby. For example, I've chose the Jemison planet, and this is a great spot because the ship vendor is literally right in front of us. Some places like Mars, it may be located in the left side, more towards the back, but for Jemison, it's right there up in the front. And so when we do arrive, we just want to exit outside of the ship, locate the vendor, which is right in front of us. We're going to talk to him. There's going to be a few dialogue options. We want to choose the second one. I'd like to view and modify my ship. Once you have this selected, you can then go over and choose a ship of your liking. For example, I have this as my home ship, which is the Rambler 2. I do not want to duplicate that. Instead, what I do want to duplicate is one of my other ships here. You can choose any ship. It can work with literally any ship. Telling you that right off the bat. What we need to do now is then choose the ship that we want to duplicate. I've now made this other ship my home ship. Man, we are talking a lot of ships in this. So now at the top here, you can see it says Q or T. It might be LB or RB for you. And all we need to do is tap LB and then tap the button that it is for you that will allow you to ship build. So we're going to tap LB, then tap the button to ship build. Sort of at the same time. What you're trying to do is swap over to the ship that is your home ship, and you're trying to also edit the one that you're just on, for example, this one. And you just want to change the color. If done correctly, it should duplicate. Now, it did not duplicate there, so if you are struggling, you can also use a controller. The reason why is because it might make things a little bit easier when clicking over and tapping certain buttons. For example, now I'm going to be using a controller now. We see that I have this ship from previously where I edit the colors, and all I need to do is try this again. Now let's give this another go, shall we? I have my home ship here. I'm going to tap LB and X. Then from there, it should duplicate because when I do change a color piece, this is what duplicates the whole entire ship. For whatever reason, the game is confused between the two, and so when you do change the color, it thinks that it's a brand new ship. Apparently, but it does replace the other ship. So that's why you do have to, unfortunately, constantly rob a bunch of ships. Or if you have some, you can just simply replace them. But honestly, I would suggest just stealing a few ships and then doing it the way that I've done, where you just tap LB and X, or if you're on PC, it's going to be Q and G. So what I'll be showing you here is another example. I will be duplicating the responder. And once you do have the ships duplicated, it's quite easy from there. I'm sure you can guess what we're going to do next. Yeah, sell the ships. Sell all of them. At least the ones that you've duplicated. Do not sell all your ships, okay? Let's now talk about whether or not you need a controller or not. I will say that it makes things way easier, but you can do this on PC. I just think that you're going to struggle quite a lot because with keyboard, at least in my experience, it has been dreadful. I tried duplicating it, I was able to do it once, but I was able to do it multiple times with the controller, and I think that's just because it's easier to press the two buttons at once Not to say that it's not easy to press two keys at once, I just think the buttons work a little bit different with the PC or console in general. Also, another thing worth mentioning here is if you do duplicate a ship and then when you exit outside of the vendor menu and you see that your ship is completely invisible, do not worry, it can be fixed. All you need to do is swap over to a different ship. And as you can tell, I was quite surprised. I was like, wait just one moment. What is going on here? And I think that this is the responder ship, if I'm not mistaken. And all you have to do, again, is just go back to the vendor and talk to them and make the ship your home ship. This will definitely fix the issue because I don't think you want to travel around like so. And this might actually ruin a few things later on if you were to travel around. I've seen some fall underneath the map. I've even seen some fall above the map, meaning you're going to be falling towards your death, and those things can happen. We are now going to move on and talk about something different here and compare the two, and possibly even compare a third glitch to see which one's more effective. Now, with the first glitch, it does take a bit of time because you do have to recover a few ships in order to duplicate the ones that you want to duplicate. With this method that I'm about to show you, that most of you already know from yesterday's video, is that you can just send down a outpost, then place down a bunch of cases. Unfortunately, this does not work with the weapon rack, but it will work with the weapon case. And you just want to spam these suckers down, and then from there, make a quick save, load it back up, and what you should see is that there's going to be ammo, there's going to be guns that you can sell, and most importantly, this is probably for the ammo. Now, I'm not saying that this method right here is not efficient in terms of yielding good amount of credits or even ammo. What I do mean is that there's other methods out there that you can use that's way more efficient. For example, the ship duplication glitch might be better than this method. Or even the contraband method might be better than the ship duplication method. Or if I want to go even one more up, I could say that you could also use the starship duplication glitch, which I will link down below if you want to see that. And what you can do is use that to duplicate an infinite amount of items. And I think that one might be more efficient than all the other methods that are currently out right now. The only reason why I say this is because when you do use the weapon case method, you do have to sell those weapons, and most vendors do have a cap. Fortunately, if you head over towards vendor and locate a civilian outpost, you can find a trader there, or a vendor I should say, and you can sell all your items. Then what you can do is wait on a chair for literally 1 hour. What this is going to do is completely reset the vendor so that you can then sell more items and also purchase more items. Overall, I think that the weapon case glitch is not the best, but it is definitely well worth doing if you need the ammo. Again, you can sell the weapons for credits, but I think that that is just going to be the least efficient method. In my honest opinion, I think you're better off sticking with the 3 glitches that I've posted in the past, including the brand new one today. So either do the ship duplication glitch, or contraband, or you can even mess with the ship duplication method where you're able to duplicate an infinite amount of starships. That's another method, and if you want that link, again, I will be posting it down below in the comments section if that's something that you do want. Now, moving on towards the last glitch here to sort of compare it, we are going to be talking about the contraband glitch. This one is pretty good, actually, and the reason why I say that is because compared to the other method with the weapon case, this one's probably the fastest way to grab a bunch of credits, because all you need to do is invade a ship. This can be a bandit or a spacer. So with this ship right here, it does have contraband items, and all I'm going to do is just go right on in, and we are going to look to the left and right. There's going to be an item on the left side where the table is, and there should be 2 at the front. If there is not 2 at the front, then you just gotta rinse and repeat this, and just grab as much as you can, because there is a chance where 3 contraband items can pop up, but sometimes it may just be 1. And if that is the case, then so be it. There's also one body that does refresh itself on items, so that's definitely worth picking up. And all you have to do to reset this whole entire ship is just to travel to a planet, then travel back towards the ship, and everything should be duplicated, including those beautiful contraband items. So this means it can pop up again. And what you're going to see right here is that I'm going to talk to a trade authority, and I'm going to trade in all the contraband items. I will say that this method is probably, again, the best method compared to the weapon case glitch, but if you want to yield even more credits, then you probably want to do the ship duplication or the starship duplication glitch. Either one will work, and I hope that you guys have found this video helpful. And as I always say at the end of the video, if you have any questions regarding the video, definitely comment down below. I will be responding back within the first hour or two. And on top of that, thank you all for showing some really awesome support in the last few days. The love and support has been phenomenal, and I hope that I can continue to shoot out these awesome glitches and just pretty much any really cool video that I possibly think is well worth uploading. So yeah, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you all on the next video.